The dolls.
So, I collect the Marvel. Well, I collect all kinds of dolls. There's literal Disney dolls. And I was like, oh my God, we need some high-end company to make like 1/6 scale figures of the Real Housewives.
Which doll would you buy first?
So she's not my favorite, but probably Erika would have the best doll.
Oh, 100%.
And then Dorit,
Yes.
also not my favorite, but a good doll. I don't know, Lisa would be.
But I feel like Dorit would have to be sponsored by Louis Vuitton.
Mhm.
So it would be so it would be so wildly expensive because they would like that shit would be real.
Well, they'd have some way to give her like the braided knots, but then also like pigtails.
Oh yeah.
But then also the Korean bangs.
So the whole Sailor Moon setup with like 75 hair clips all in her hair. Again, Justine Marchand, you are doing God's work.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is...
For a second, I was about to say Kristen. I was like, wait, what's my name?
Take two. Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 19?
Overpoured and overboard.
Right. These titles are fun. What the fuck? What the fuck are these bitches doing? Like,
I was trying to be clever and have wine in a glass so I could swirl it, but in true Rachel fashion, I did a Rachel pour, and I can't, so I tried.
Well, okay, so it was like the footage we had of the events was at war with the confessionals, because all the footage we're watching is of them sort of going with the flow and getting along.
Yeah.
And then we immediately cut to confessionals of them being like, fuck that bitch. I ain't never backing down. I hope that I hope she's mad. I hope she dies mad.
So I'm curious because I don't know how their scheduling happens with their filming, but I would imagine that these confessionals are filmed after the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then well,
there's like 3 or 4 different filming sessions because of the different wardrobe. But.
Right. I'm curious if in that, so obviously we're talking about Erika and Sutton for like the major aspect of it. But so I'm curious if in the moment, all of those feelings that Erika were expressing to Sutton were genuine, but then after the season was over and like she read some things and heard some things, if she like kind of retconned that a little bit and was like, fuck that bitch, I'ma stay mad.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is my first and only season. I don't have the wealth of experience with these women, but I am a little afraid of Erika myself. She seems like she might be half Gorgon. Like,
I'm gonna get that way for a second, but I'm really curious how much she has in Scorpio in her chart, because I bet you it's a fucking lot. I bet you it's a lot.
Well, I can honestly relate to having beef with someone and then being put in a group setting and the spirit moves you to just sort of like, let go, bygones, whatever. And so it seemed like that's what she was doing with Sutton. So there was a scene where Erika pretty much approaches Sutton and sort of was like, apologized, sort of was like, you know what, these things happen. It's like, I don't know if they feel like they're so close to getting there, because even with that apology, and Sutton was very receptive to it, Erika was acknowledging that it's still going to take a while. Like it's going to take, time and frankly, distance, but I think it's just the time, because there was even the scene where Sutton's like, is the door cracked? Yeah. Is it locked in bolt? And it's like, just let it be. Yep. Just let
sleeping dogs lie.
And they won't do that. I don't get it. And you are right. It is particularly Kyle is the one who is the most obsessed with clearing the air and making sure that everybody's on the same page, but on top of that, everyone has to confirm they're on the same page.
Yeah, and I love the kind of both sides of the coin, which we spoke about before with Kyle, where she called out Sutton for not talking at the dinner, where Erika was being jovial, and she was like, "Kitty cat's got your tongue, Sutton." But then when they're on the boat and Erika is kind of like nicely unloading, you know, about her feelings about the whole situation to Sutton.
Which that felt the most genuine. That
Yes.
felt the most sincere, that she is trying to find the balance.
Yes, but then in Kyle's confessional, she was like, shut up, Sutton. Just let Erika talk. Just sip your drink. And it's like, bitch, you called her out for not talking the night fucking before. You pick a lane. Pick a lane. But I agree. Yes, everyone shut up. Everyone shut up and let it just happen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I want to, I even, as annoying as I find Sutton, and it's especially though it's her confessionals, I don't quite find her that annoying in the actual footage.
No, I agree.
It's like she's trying to, either she is trying to retroactively produce her segments, or the producers are really prodding her and she's falling for it. I'm not entirely sure.
I think that she doesn't hide her thoughts very well. So like, of course, when she's being produced in her confessionals, she's also by herself. So she's not around those other women. And if her conversation with Kyle is an indicator of anything, she got big britches when she's not in front of the person. I
was about to say, I get the sense that she's actually a bit of a pushover in real life.
She cries all the time, and there's nothing wrong with crying. I love a good cry. Love it. But she cries all the time.
But then it's like she tries to do the hard work in the confessionals, and it just makes her seem like or just disassociated or disconnected.
Yes.
And I would like her so much more if she would drop that and just be the kind of emotional mess, the messy one. I don't know, because there was just a handful of times, like even when she was talking to Kathy, and like Kathy rendered her. Kathy is so fascinating. The power that she does have, and the combination of like savvy and aloof, and like, but also like nurturing.
Yeah, and I think the way she communicates is very powerful, because we talked before how she speaks in shorthand. So the stuff that she does say is impactful, but then she leaves you room to talk too much, to say too much in a way. And it's very smart, very smart.
And I also, she's a real power player in the sense that, I mean, she is, because she brings them on this vacation. They go to this wine tasting in Temecula. She gets day drunk, and then her Barbie commercial injury kicks in, where her neck hurts from being hit by a golf ball. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
That's how I'm going to call out of work next time. Just letting you know now, Samita.
But so she's not feeling well. And I'm like, yeah, I often don't feel well when I drink all day. And so then she goes to sleep for 2 days and then just rejoins the living like nothing had it.
And she said, I didn't sleep well. It's like, bitch, all you've been doing is sleeping. What do you mean?
And this like omnipresent fan, because they're trying to wake her up at one point and they crack the doors. It's pitch black, but you just see this fan just like... I love it so much, because we also had I don't have specific reasons why I like Crystal so much.
She's pretty.
Yeah, and I think the fact that she's younger and she is new is beneficial, and I like that she feels more grounded, but she has just enough of her own crazy.
Yeah.
Like just enough of her own.
Because
like it was kind of hilarious watching her and Lisa being on such different pages, because Lisa was like over the moon that finally someone will get wet with her, because
nobody else would.
Yeah, but I'm like, look at these women, Lisa.
Yeah,
of course they're not going to go sweat on camera. Are you out of your mind?
No.
And so she makes Crystal go do water workout aerobics with her. And Lisa and the woman are wearing straight aerobics wear, and they make Crystal get in a bathing suit.
Lisa has a bathing suit on. She just has yoga pants on top of it, which that's rude, especially because Crystal even said, she was like, we're dealing with like my body issues. And we texted her 30 minutes beforehand, and she talked me into wearing a bathing suit. And I get there and these bitches are in full fucking clothes. Although Crystal looks amazing. Her body is amazing.
But that's not the issue.
No,
that's
absolutely not.
No.
No. And I don't mean to make it sound that way at all. But no, she looked fucking fire.
And even she and Sutton like buried the hatchet, which I think is for the better.
In such an organic way, which I liked.
I think that's part of it. I think them trying to engineer the breakdown of the friendship, because with Erika, like I understand the questions they had, but it's like spearheaded by Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
They really forced this fight to happen twice.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to force this reconciliation.
Mm-hmm.
And also the other aspect that I keep bringing up, where I'm like, this is a real reality TV show.
Mm-hmm.
It is being edited in such a way. And also, like you pointed out, that by a certain point, Erika was drunk. Things get, the narration gets unreliable.
Yeah,
the later into the evening we get, when Kyle is ass up on
just doing like bicycles
on a chaise, like.
You know, it's that time of night when she just starts doing like the splits or just like throwing her legs up in the air. Her and Lisa Rinna.
And then the Garcelle with the Never Have I Ever. It's so much that I feel like it had to have been accidental. Like she had to have not realized. Because if I Never Have I Ever, that. And I mean, I would be inclined to defend her completely if she weren't staring snake eyes at Erika while she said it. But it was just, and everybody was on the right page. Everybody had calmed down, and Garcelle was like, now's my chance to throw this back into chaos. And she never have I ever stolen anything.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I went through a period when I was in high school. I went through a shoplifting period.
Oh my God. I was didn't I make you do that? Was that because of me? Okay. Mm-hmm. But I was a full klepto at 15. Absolutely.
The Bath and Body Works, the Claire's, the like.
Oh, bitch. I was doing Victoria's Secret.
Mm-hmm. So another friend of mine, she knew how to like steal. And I did it a little bit for fun. And then I reached a point where I was like, it was when teen court was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And one or two of my friends had to go to teen court. And I was like, okay, I'm in a place where I could actually get in trouble. So I'm going to stop this.
The girl that got me into doing it, we were at the mall, and her other friend, who also was a part of it, she had gotten busted the week prior. And then we went... I forget what store, but I had stolen a pair of flip-flops, and the girl, my friend that was with me, didn't even notice. And I was like, I'm too good. I have to stop.
Oh, I was really good.
I was really good too.
Really good.
Really? That's funny.
I don't know why.
Shh, don't tell.
And I think it was the fun. I think it was the drama. I think it was the being bad.
I mean, because
I was a goody two shoes.
Same. And I think for me, because I had, my two brothers, and like they got in trouble, and I was always the one that no one had to worry about. And so it was like a way of rebelling. I mean, I snuck out of my house for the first time when I was 18 years old to go to his house. And my dad knew about it, but he knew where I was going, and he knew I wasn't going to get into any trouble, so he just did not care. So if that tells you anything.
But so anyways, that's what I was thinking. And if I were to give Garcelle the benefit of the doubt, that's what I would imagine she meant.
Yeah, just the optics of it. So, okay, I don't necessarily, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. But it just looks really fucking suspect, because it's like, it's there. It's just going to be there. And so if it had come out of her mouth, and if she had been like, haha, that was so stupid, let me put that back in.
That's a really, really, really good point.
Then I would have completely forgiven it. And if she, like, in the moment was just like, that was really stupid, let me do another one. And then off camera, I probably would have gone up to Erika and been like, girl, I didn't even think about that. I am so sorry. So sorry.
Because that's another issue, is that it is all of you mentioned the word tribunal. It's the fact that they have to have all of these conversations like it's like a meeting of gods.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Would you like to get sued? No. Would you like to? Of course not.
Can I just say something?
I mean, I understand the clearing the air where it's like, if anyone has any grievances, now's your chance. Mm-hmm. But also it does put people on the spot where if they did more of this sort of one-on-one, but then that's where you get a lot of the like second hand, because a lot of this Erika stuff is second and third hand. Where
Yeah,
they're
that is true.
because the car flipping went from 5 times to 6 times to like it changes. And
but I mean, doesn't really matter how many times it rolled. The car still rolled.
sure, but my point is that little details change just enough that it like I don't know. I get both ways, and also just to sort of finish up with the Garcelle point. Garcelle and Sutton especially, it's frustrating. We're getting such grade A pot stirring from Kathy that it's frustrating to watch them
clunk through it,
do it so clunkily. Because, like I said, the Kathy with the "Hi, Thomasina," and then disappeared back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was very who's shit on the coats.
Yeah.
And so to watch them do it in such a like all eyes on me, I don't know.
Well, but they were deft about it when, they asked Crystal if she had ever been with a girl, and then Crystal responded by going and like doing a little shimmy in Garcelle's face, and Sutton said, now that's a violation. And then Garcelle like said it, said the violation thing, and they all laughed about it. So it's like they're finally at the point now where Kathy was trying to be 3 episodes ago. So we're going to get here. But Kathy was just like, y'all bitches are slow. Let's hurry it up. Let's hurry it up. Also, real quick, I just have to throw this in there. I was ranting and raving about it during the show, but Garcelle's puffer on the boat was fucking perfection. That neon yellow, like cinched waist puffer with the skirt. Oh my God. So good. Anyway,
the food
on.
Also, those crab claws were like this.
I've never seen crab claws like that in my life.
And we also had cameo from Brian Malarkey. He's a celebrity chef. I just like him because he was on this show called The Taste that I like to watch on ABC that had Nigel Lawson and Anthony Bourdain.
I saw him on Top Chef All Stars 2 seasons ago. He got on my nerves, but his food was good.
He was cute on The Taste, but I also thought it was weird that they were so judgmental of Erika and her relationship with her son. That checked completely for me.
Same.
I was like, yeah, she's again. She's a showgirl. Let's be real.
Well, also she had him when she was younger, so they're like closer in age, so it's more of a peer relationship. I mean, my parents say like really dumb shit in front of me and the boys, but that's just like to get at us. But I don't see the big deal.
Was there anything else? I think that was most of what we.
Yeah.
Next week, I guess, is the finale. We're gonna have the Chinese New Year party. Everybody looked amazing.
They did, but then at the end when Sutton's like, we need to talk, and it's like, oh, about what? About what else is there to talk about? Yeah, this episode for me was a little filler. It was fun, but it was just kind of like, It just really made me want to go wine tasting, and I'm bummed I didn't get to go to Temecula when I was out there. But
so, all right. Well, you can check back. You can like, subscribe, comment, all that. And we should be back next week to do the finale. And then the week after that for the reunion. Let's be honest.
I cannot.
This will be my first reunion.
Wait,
so
I cannot wait. It's going to be so juicy. And it's going to be 3 episodes probably. I would
the
imagine.
Reunion?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, do we know if they're going to be together or?
No, they're together.
Okay. They're not Skyping in anymore.
No,
okay.
No, they're together.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, and everyone was posting about it, like, on reunion day. Everyone was just like, so good. So, cheers to you guys. Do a Rachel pour. It's fun. Bye.